Hi everyone, welcome to Port Authority Next Stops. I'm Steve Burns. We are here on New York Harbor. On July 4th weekend, this harbor will be filled with ships for the Sail Forth 250 celebration. In order to learn more about the role this harbor has played in the growth of New York and the nation, and what to expect over the celebration weekend, we'll be joined by the director of the Port of New York and New Jersey. To learn more about Sail Forth, we took a ferry over to Governor's Island, where we met with BethAnn Rooney, the Port Authority's port director.
You know, of all the places in New York City, Governor's Island provides the best view of New York Harbor, both what was considered the old harbor and the new harbor, and most importantly, where the vantage points are for Sail Forth 250.
Once we landed, BethAnn took us across Governor's Island, giving us a historical overview of the ports and how Sail Forth leads back to New York Harbor. For those who may not know, Sail Forth 250 is a celebration marking the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. As part of the festivities, the event will feature the largest ever gathering of tall ships from around the world. If you're unfamiliar with the term, a tall ship is a large, traditionally rigged sailing vessel, iconic ships that once filled New York Harbor during the 1800s. Their return makes Sail Forth 250 more than just a spectacular maritime event. It's a living tribute to our nation's history and a reminder of the vital role New York Harbor has played throughout the American story. We've moved over here now to the west side of Governor's Island. What brings us over here?
So this actually provides us, I think, the best vantage point for what we're going to see on July 4th when it comes to the Parade of Tall Ships, the International Naval Review, and the International Air Review. We're in the, I'll say, the upper bay of New York Harbor, leading up into the Hudson River to the west and to the East River on the right. There's actually going to be a small parade of what are called the Class B tall ships.
If this is beginning to sound at all confusing, that's understandable. In order to help explain everything a little better, we enlisted the help of some Port Authority staff to help with some more practical solutions.
So on the morning of July 4th, the Parade of Tall Ships is going to begin with tall ships that are all going to be gathered at Sandy Hook, New Jersey. And they're going to make their way underneath the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, passing by here in front of the beautiful Statue of Liberty, and then making their way up the Hudson River to the George Washington Bridge, providing access for people for over 15 miles of waterfront on both the New York and the New Jersey side to view all of these historic and iconic ships from all over the world.
While this sounds like an amazing spectacle, we still wanted to take a deeper dive into the Port Authority's role in the event.
So, you know, with all of these ships that are going to be here, again, there's over 80 ships that are going to be here just for the event. There are not enough dock space to accommodate all of them, so many of them are going to remain anchored here in the harbor for several days. But there'll be a tender service that goes around and picks up the seafarers from their vessels and drops them off at different ferry landings in and around the city, and then we'll bring them back on board later. So the Port Authority owns and operates 2 of the ferry terminals in New York Harbor. Our terminal at Brookfield Place, right outside the World Trade Center, is going to be the area where 9 vessels worth of sailors will move through that ferry terminal in order to get on and off their ships.
As if all of this wasn't complicated on its own, we also have our usual commercial shipping obligations to keep running through all of this, and there's basically an interstate highway that needs to stay open in the harbor during this. What kind of planning goes into that?
So the planning for this event has been going on for over 2 years, and we've been getting the word out to our customers for close to a year to indicate that at least on July 4th, you know, it's going to be very difficult for commercial shipping activity to take place. So it is the orchestration of the biggest maritime event in our nation's history, all being done to ensure safety and security of everybody on the waterways.
Come July 4th, you'll see a taste of what this harbor used to look like centuries ago and a through line to the significance it played in the development of New York and the nation. It's a mission we uphold every day at the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. For Port Authority Next Stops, I'm Steve Burns.